three setups in the large caps that you can trade to make consistent profits in the market. The first one is the earning plays, the second one is upgrade downgrades, and the third one is a big news on a stock. We do this every day in the community. I make this plan every day in the community. Each particular setup, I highlight them separately in my pre-market planning sheet. The first setup, earning play, PDD. So PDD is an earning setup which missed on the revenues. Support was 120, resistance was 122. Our plan was to only long if 120 holds and we will short if 120 breaks down. As soon as the market opened, the PDD reclaimed the clouds and bounced from the 120 level that I talked about in the pre-market planning. And as soon as it pushed, it was a long, and I mentioned it as a long in the whole community. We longed it on our repeatable setup over 120. It pullbacks to add to 121. When it pushed initially, the traders asked me if I missed the entry. So I told them your pullback add level is 125. Exactly that's what PDD did. It pulled back to 125 and it started to push again. So we met our first target of 129 and then we logged half the profit there. Then it pulled back again, but our stops were 125 and that was the add right here at 512 EMA clouds. And again it bounced towards 129. You just made a $4 profit again. And the plan was to cut if 125 broke or if 512 broke, but neither of those broke whole day. You see another pullback 512 and then we started to flag, and that's when I told the community that we are setting up for a flag breakout. Hold your positions, and then we go to our flag breakout, and then we pushed towards our 130 target. There was another seller, and then we did another flag breakout at 130s, and then we pushed to 131. Very profitable trade all morning, $6 to $7 per share profit with risk of $2 or $3. Or of course, if you're trading with $1,000 options, you just made $3,000 in this particular trade. So the next setup is CVNA. So the CVNA was on our watch list, and this one was an upgrade and downgrade setup. The upgrade was by Piper, not a tier 1 analyst, but still a good analyst, which gave it a price target of 225. Our plan was simple. We were long over 170 and we'll short under 170 because it had a news yesterday, bad news, and it still bounced. Something which has a bad news and still bounces means the shorts are trapped and we can have a squeeze, and that's what I exactly told everybody. Squeeze from yesterday and we can long it over 170. As soon as I saw it pushing over the 170, that was our long triggers. This is a repeatable setup and our longs was triggered, and then we got our 10 a.m. flag break. I mentioned to my community that we are flagging at 10 a.m. and we got our 10 a.m. flag break, and from there my target was 195. Even from the 186 flag break, we hit our target of 195. 190 calls hit 400%. So if you were trading with $1,000 options, you just made $4,000 there. So we hit our 195 targets, and once we broke this 190 level, we were out of our trade. And as you see, we used the pre-market planning on this upgrade and downgrade play to make a profit today in the community. So next one is Lilly. So Lilly falls into our third category, which was a news play. So Lilly launched their weight loss drug in India, which is a huge news for the biotech company. 834 was support, 842 was resistance. I did highlight it as a red because that was one of my top watches. Plan was to long over the 50/50 MTF Ripster clouds, one of the systems I invented. And as soon as it pushes over, even though you could long before that, triggers a long, then my target was 20 MTF and we even pushed further. So that was an easy $14 per share profit, and we exited when it broke 512s. So that was, guys, the three setups you should trade: upgrades, downgrades, earning plays, and major news plays.
Come to trade with Ripster. Join the community at www.tenettradegroup.com.